Hi everyone, I'm Fred from cellphonetrek.com, and today we're taking a look at the Samsung Flash, which is a little bit smaller, inexpensive version of the Focus S that we took a look at last week. We're going to run it through the trials and point out some of the nice things. It's a Mango 7.5 Windows phone like the Focus S. A lot of the same specs, but there are some differences, and we're going to go through them right now. Let's take a look. Okay, here we go. We have the Focus Flash here. It's the less expensive version of the Focus S that we took a look at last week. Again, like we said, we got a smaller screen. You got 3.7 diagonal. It's running Windows 7.5 Mango. You have the Metro tiling system over here. That again we saw with the Focus S. Same difference. We have a Super AMOLED screen. Sort of pops the colors out at you. It looks really, really good. We have a 1.4 Qualcomm processor, single core. Nice and speedy. Gives us smooth scrolling. Whatever we're looking at. We saw nothing that really lagged too bad. It was really, really good. 512K of RAM. That with the 1.4 Snapdragon processor just gave us a really good experience as far as anything that we tested on this. I mean, everything goes really nice and smooth. We have all these active tiles here on the front that are really, really nice. You can see over here on the right-hand corner is people, and these tiles just keep flipping with different pictures. It links up with your Facebook. See the little Facebook symbol up there? It links up with your Facebook, and you can get all your little messages and stuff through there. Another thing I want to show you on these tiles is you can move them around if you want to pull your maps up higher, because you use your maps a lot more. Maybe you're on the road, traveling salesman. Come on, get up there. Get up there. There he goes. Boom. You can move things around. Say you don't need the marketplace all the way up here because you just go to the marketplace occasionally. You can pull that down. And what else can we do? Navigator. Again, you're on the road all the time. Maybe you want to pop that up there. Very nifty. If you want to add things, if you go over here, you have a much more expansive menu that you can go through. A bunch of preloaded stuff from AT&T here, calculator, calendar. Say you wanted, here you go, Office. Of course, it's a Microsoft phone, so you got Office preloaded in it. Pretty nifty. You got Excel, PowerPoint, Word. Again, you're a traveling businessman, so what do you need? You need Office. You're going to pin that to start. Just hold it down, and there you go. You have Office on the top. And again, you, being the businessman you are, you need to put that in a more prevalent position. So we'll put it up here. So as far as customization goes, there's not a whole lot going on as far as customization. You can go through here. You can go to the theme. You can change the colors of your tiles. Got a couple, we'll go purple. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, again, you can take a look at that Super AMOLED, that purple, that screen, that purple pops out at you pretty good. So, it's the basis of it. The whole thing is nice and sleek. Take a look on the outside. You got the buttons down here. These are two capacitance buttons, the back button and the search button. You have an actual physical button for the menu, which is kind of odd. Again, when we had the Focus S, they're all capacitance. You got the search button, pulls Bing up. Of course, again, Windows. So they're going to have their search engine here. You have these neat little backgrounds. You can tap on these little squares and they'll pull up a fun fact for you if you want to expand your knowledge. If not, you can just open up Exploring and go to Google. Bing's a good operating system though. Over here we have a micro USB for all your charging needs. Volume rocker up and down. 3.5 headset jack. 3.5 headsets and micro USB pretty much becoming the norm for everything out there. You got your on and off button here, and your dedicated camera button. It's a two motion camera. You press it once, it'll focus, press it again a little bit harder, actually takes the picture. On the back we have our camera here. It's a 5 megapixel camera with autofocus. It also will shoot 720p video HD. Got your little speakerphone slots here and your flash, Windows phone, little graphic. It's kind of weird the back, I don't know if you can tell, but it kind of looks like, see these lines here? Kind of looks like that's where the battery encasing is. I think that's just a metal backing, brushed metal. I think it's for aesthetics more than anything else. But it has a little slot here. You pop it off. Pop the back off, see the whole thing comes off. You got a 1500 milliamp battery, which is really efficient for a phone this size. It does a good job. You probably get, according to Samsung, you get 1.5 days out of it, normal use. And then you have your SD card slot. No external, not SD card slot, but the SIM card slot. There's no SD external memory on this. It's a Windows phone. It doesn't play nice with SD cards. As far as memory goes, you do have 8 gigs of RAM. So keep that in mind. Again, this is a less expensive version of the Focus S. So it's one of the things that you're going to be giving up. One of them is going to be screen space. The other one's another big thing. If you carry around a lot of music and such, you're gonna want something with probably a little bit more memory. But if not, this is a really good option. We're going to go through and take a look at some of the little features you have here. Let's see. Take a look at the phone. Has your browsing history. You can go through and take a look at anything that you've called in the past. Pull them up, because we all hate dialing, but if you have to dial, you got the screen here. Looks really good. The numbers are really big. Everything reacts really good to the touch. Go back. You got voicemail button here. You've got the calling button. Brings up the keypad. Search. And then here you got your contacts. I think we'll take a look again. We've got to end that call that I just called nowhere. Again, we'll go through the keypad. We'll call 611. That's always safe. So again, I always get my hand near this little, to save energy. Once you have it up to your face, it'll turn the screen off, and every time I'm doing this, I always knock that on and off. So you got the end call button. If you're on some kind of a menu system, you can pull your keypad up that way. I did it again. Speaker. Nice and loud.
With the area code. For more options,
mute. Hold. Add a call if you want a 3-way. So it's pretty nifty, pretty efficient. We had a good time with the phone. Didn't have too many problems. No dropped calls. AT&T has a nice solid network as far as that goes. Over here too, we have People, which hooks up with your social networking, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, anything. You can go through and get, updates on anything and anyone for whatever you have going on. Messaging, texting. Everybody's texting. Nice and big. You got the good background there, so you can see the words coming out right out at you. And let's take a look. Here we go. This is my daughter. I thought you said your parents won't let you skip another day. I don't think she meant to send that to me. Let's take a look at she better not be skipping school. We'll take a look at the keyboard here. Everything, you got autocorrect for people that are not the best texter in the world. Especially with this keyboard. That's one thing that was kind of weird about this keyboard, because the screen's kind of small. You have big clumsy fingers like me, it's kind of hard. A little bit better in landscape. If I can get it to go. There you go. Yeah, you got more room this way. So everything reacted very well. The only thing I didn't care is just kind of a small keypad. It does work better when you're in the landscape though. But overall, pretty typical for your texting. Let me get back the right way here. There we go. Google Mail. Well, I have Google Mail. Again, it's good interface. You got the pinch to zoom. Everything's very fluid, if you can see that. Again, it's attributed to that Snapdragon 1.4 Qualcomm processor. Everything looks good. Not just Google Mail, but you can hook up with any POP3, just about any kind of mail server you can get going through this phone. Again, we saw The Office earlier. Got Explorer here. This is on the AT&T 4G network. Not the LTE network, but the HSPA Plus. Everything pops up pretty quick here on Cell Phone Trek. Again, you got the pinch to zoom. You go to landscape, pops up pretty quick. You can scroll, you can see that everything is nice and smooth. Everything looks good. It's very tight. Let's see if we can get a video to pull up here. And take a look at how it streams. Video. There we go. Cell Phone Trek.
Brandy here with more cell phone news. Nokia has come up with a new
Pause. Let me get that screen.
concept, and
There
it's
we
pretty
go.
sweet. The new idea
Very
is called
smooth.
Shoot and Tag. It is an app
It's
available
looking
as a
good.
beta from their company.
Very
Basically,
smooth.
what it does is you take a video, and when you move the camera to look at something different, it captures a screenshot.
Thank you,
Kinda
Brandy.
Like chapters in a DVD. Then it allows you to go back and look at the different tags.
Stop. Fast forward. Play. Go back. All in all, a good browsing experience from what we saw. Everything looked good. Nice. Again, we brought the maps. We can take a look at the maps a little bit. Again, if you're that traveling salesman, you're going to be looking at the maps. Good thing too, you have you can get directions to a place if you know the address. A little point says where you're at. A little search. You can search for different places. Maybe if you need to find a place to eat or spend the night. This has the traffic enabled on it. As you can see by all the green this time of day, there's not too much going on in Orlando. Maps are good on this phone. Not as great as Google Maps, but very, very smooth. I mean, look at that. You can just zoom in on any little part. Looks good. You got some games here. You can take a look at Xbox Live. You got a little collection of games you can download. The nice thing about this is you can try. If you can, I don't know if you can see, but it says try now. If you don't know if you want to spend the money on the game, you can try it first and take a look and see if it's something that you want to spend the money on. Again, a Super AMOLED screen looks really good here. Pops the colors out. It's not an AMOLED Plus screen, but that's louder. It's not an AMOLED Plus, but AMOLED. It is an AMOLED Plus. Excuse me. Play here. You can see it's got good scrolling there. It's a 480 by 800 pixels display. It's nice and sharp, nice and tight. Everybody knows the Angry Birds. So you got some nice little game options there as far as that goes. Get back here. This is another nice thing. Again, we saw this with the Focus S. If you can press on this and hold it down, you can scroll through anything we've been going through and take a look and go through it. Keep pressing back to get out of that. And you have a little thing here for all your pictures. Camera roll. Oh, who's that kid? Oh, who's that? Who's that? Some pictures of some. You can scroll through, and if you want to get rid of something, just hold it down. This will pop up, you can delete it. Bam. Got some video that we took earlier. Delete all of that. Oh, we'll delete that. That's me. That handsome devil. You can make albums. Lots of functionality. Lots of things you can just play with. Everything is. Let's take a look at the camera. All right, we're going to take a look at the camera here. Again, put this right here. You got the dedicated button for the camera. Like we said, it has a 5 megapixel camera on the back. It also shoots 720 HD video. You got some buttons here, some settings. You go through AF, contrast, saturation, different things you can set based on what kind of pictures you need. Go back. Oh, you also have the flash, no flash. Like we said earlier, you press, it focuses. Press again, a little bit harder. Again, press. You can also touch the screen. Let's put this here. If you touch the screen, focus, flash, and just press the little button right there. You got the video camera. We found the camera was really good inside, or really good outside. Once it got inside, it gets a little distorted. It's like I said, a 5 megapixel camera. That's another little thing that you would be missing. Like I said, this is a little bit It's an inexpensive version of the S. They had I think it was an 8 megapixel camera on that. So yeah, you can just scroll through these. Got the live camera there. You can scroll through. If you want to get rid of it, just press it. You can add them to favorites. You can use it as wallpaper. You can delete it. Oh, there's that kid again. Who is he? All in all, a good camera. Let's go back again. I wanted to take a look at let's see how let's do that video again. Is it focusing? You press again, it'll stop. See how it plays. Focus is a little fuzzy, or it might be my finger getting in there. I don't know. It's okay for as far as the video camera goes. For what it is, it's good. Same thing with the actual camera. I mean, who needs more than 5 megapixels anyway? You also have preloaded, you got AT&T Navigator here, which is, again, another mapping system. You can drive to places, businesses, it'll search. You need to get something to eat, need some American food. It'll find you a place to eat. Denny's, Bob Evans. I think of them. Great American restaurants. This is one of the things I like a lot. I would have this little puppy all the way up top. Because, again, when you're a traveling salesman, you want to know what the weather is, what you're driving through. This will give you the weather. This is AT&T's daily briefing. It syncs up with your location. We're in Winter Park here. And it is sunny and 76 degrees. Probably go to the beach today if we wanted to. March 1st. We didn't even have a winter this year. I think I wore a jacket twice. Top stories. Again, you have a little sync button up here, and you've got the settings. And you can set this to whatever you want to add science onto it, onto the top. Whatever is important to you. Of course, we would probably have technology. Then we go back, and it puts those filters in, and we'll give you some updates on those. Let's take a look. Romney. You got all today's news. Stocks are looking up. That's a good thing. The Dow is up. Again, you have the settings button. You can add your stocks that are pertinent to you, what you your own investments, and the refresh button. Let's see if stocks are still up. Stocks are still up. Even higher. Well, that's good news. So that's nifty. We like that daily briefing. You come over here, you have a much more extensive menu. These front little subway tiles here are just your favorites. Over here you got some different things that you can take a look at. What we got here? The marketplace we went over. Pretty much anything, and we showed you how to pin them to the above. Got, what am I looking for? Music and videos? Nope, that's daily briefing. Come on, I already did you. Music and videos. You got Zune. Zune's always we always have a good experience with Zune. Good library. Slowly out here. You can also, of course, load your own music and your own videos if you want. But again, keep in mind 8 gigs of space, so don't go too crazy. And that is a lot. It's a good phone. Selling for $49.99 with a contract. It's a good phone to get if you want to get away from Android. If Android's making you a little loopy, making you a little crazy, you need something a little simpler. Mango 7.5 is a great alternative, and the Focus Flash here is a great way to test out their new operating system without breaking the bank and going all in and spending $200-300 on a phone. For $50, we don't think you can go wrong with this. It's just as fast and just as smooth as any of the more expensive phones out there. You're giving up a little bit as far as screen and memory and such, but if you're looking for performance, this little guy, he'll do good for you. Nice sleek design, holds good in the hand, durable. Again, you have this metal part in the back, made out of plastic mostly, so it keeps it nice and light. That's another thing we liked about it. That's a quick look at the Samsung Focus Flash, the less expensive, smaller version of the Focus S that we took a look at last week. But this little guy performed just as well functionality-wise. Nice and smooth, quick, good graphics, a little bit smaller screen, a little bit less memory, but all in all, a really great Windows phone. If you want to check something out, check out the new Windows Mango 7.5 Focus Flash. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube account.